Hi everyone, it's Roger here from What's On at DisneyPlus.com. It's Tuesday, it's time for a quick Disney Plus news roundup. We're going to be talking about True Lies, I'm going to be talking about The Bear, and much more. But before we go any further, make sure you do hit that subscribe button to keep up with the latest Disney Plus news, and also hit that like button as well, because that sends a signal to YouTube that you like our content. But without any ado, let's jump into it. Okay, so let's kick things off. First off, talking about True Lies, which is a series that airs on CBS and Paramount Plus in the United States, but it's a Star original on Disney Plus around the world. This series has been created by 20th Television Studios and is obviously a remake of True Lies, which is a 20th Century Studios film, which you can watch on Disney Plus around the world now. Now, what's interesting about this sort of cancellation is generally the ratings have been pretty low throughout. It was kind of expected that this was going to happen because they haven't been that great. There is a number of people that liked it. I watched the first episode. It was kind of like a very light rehashing of the film, and thought it was, I might rather just watch the original film, to be honest, and that was the end of it. I decided not to bother going on with it, and now that it's cancelled, I know I'm definitely not going to go back and watch the rest. Now, episodes are still being released weekly. The finale is coming up later this month, and obviously, like here in the UK, we're getting new episodes weekly for that one. But I also feel like this was always doomed from the start, because originally this was going to be created by 20th Television for Disney, either for ABC, but they passed on it. They didn't feel basically it was good enough, and so therefore 20th Television tried selling it to other networks, which CBS picked it up. I mean, to me, once a sort of a major studio passes something over and then it gets put out basically to find someone to buy, especially this was in the era where Disney was pretty much trying to put as much stuff onto the streaming as it possibly could. That was always an indication to me that there was something slightly not quite right about this series. Generally, I'm not surprised. Looking at the comments and the reactions, a lot of people are feeling the same. But obviously there are people that enjoy the show and would have liked it to continue. But yeah, so unfortunately that's just another one on the pile of cancellations. We're getting a lot of them at the minute, especially with the writer's strike and stuff moving forward. They're just looking to save money as well. So this is all kind of a big thing, and it obviously wasn't a cheap show to make. But let me know what you think of the cancellation of True Lies in the comments below. Disney's FX has announced that the second season of The Bear is going to be dropping onto Hulu on Thursday the 22nd of June. It's also then going to be coming out at a later date on Star Plus in Latin America and on Disney Plus around the world. I loved the first season. I thought it was fantastic. I really enjoyed it, and obviously you can watch that right now again on Hulu in the US, Star Plus in Latin America, and on Disney Plus in the US. We've seen a little teaser trailer of this one, but it's basically all about a guy who takes over a sandwich shop after his brother dies, and just the whole thing. Now, I used to work and own a sort of a sandwich place for like 20 years, so therefore that might be why I haven't got much more of a connection with this one. You know, there's a number of stuff in this show which I think just represented real life, and it was just a really good show, and it was picked up with loads of awards. But it's great to know we're finally getting it for the date for the US. Again, international releases with FX stuff is always a little bit iffy. I don't know why it is with FX stuff, but nevertheless, we'll be getting it soon. I can't wait to watch this one. But let me know if you're looking forward to the second season of The Bear in the comments below. So yesterday I spoke about how Disney Plus subscribers here in the UK that use Now streaming devices are going to be able to access Disney Plus by the end of the month. Well, it looks like this is actually a broader issue, because Roku 4 users, now this was a streaming box that came out back in 2015. It was discontinued in 2016. And most recently, Roku has announced that they're not supporting it, not doing any more updates for it. And now with the latest update now, that means that Disney Plus is no longer going to be available. So if you are using that Roku 4 box, you are going to have to look into getting either another streaming box, or maybe use another device. Maybe if you've got a console, maybe if you've got a smart TV and you're kind of just using it out of habit, or you've got an old box upstairs that your kids are using for, you might have to get them a new one. So just be aware. Now, this box did come out, as I said, 2015, so 8 years old. Well, obviously we would like our technology to last longer with streaming services, with internet devices. Things update much quicker, and therefore the app wouldn't be able to run on those devices. And it's the same thing, get some people asking, why can't they watch Disney Plus on a PlayStation 3 and all these kind of things. But yeah, these devices generally have a very short, limited lifespan. And unfortunately, that's just one of those things with streaming services. But yeah, so if you are a Roku 4 user, just be aware you're not going to be able to. You are getting a notice coming up, and you've recently had an email saying that Roku are no longer supporting it. Obviously, if you are on later versions of Roku, you don't have to worry about it. But yeah, just be aware that if you've got an old device, these things can happen. But let me know if you're a Roku 4 user. I'd love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. With it being Tuesday, let's talk about what's new on Disney Plus today. We've got 2 new episodes of A Small Light. So this is episodes 3 and 4. So this is available on Disney Plus around the world, except for in Canada. You guys are going to have to wait a little bit more. It's also out on Hulu in the United States, as well as Disney Plus. This is a dual release, which I think is great. I definitely recommend you check this show out. So now we've got 4 episodes available. That means we've got halfway through. It's a fantastic series. If you've ever said about the fact that you want to watch something that's not Marvel and Star Wars and something a little bit more serious, this is the show to watch. It's just really good, so definitely check it out. Can't recommend this one enough. And then our question of the day, Mick says, with the writer strikes going on for a couple of months, do you see Disney going into the vote for its oldest shows or movies? Now, I definitely think that this is a possibility. Now, I don't like to say at the precise minute that this is going to happen, but depending on how long this strike goes on for and how long it impacts, you know, there's other strikes coming up that might come in as well, which might delay things even more. So things are getting disrupted. For example, yesterday there was the strike outside of the filming of the new Daredevil series stopped that from happening, and they're coming back today. But yeah, there's lots of disruption going on. Shows are being suspended and stuff. So if we get to a point where they're running low on new content, then they might go into the vote a little bit more, start bringing some things over to try and just fill in the void. I definitely think that could happen. Now the question is, what they want to put on there and what you might want might be very different. You know, they might be looking to bring in a little bit more general entertainment stuff from Hulu. That might be a way of filling the void from the big shows. Going back and pulling sort of animated shows from like Disney Channel stuff, I don't think that's really going to be a high priority, because most of the Disney Channel content is still going to be running right through, and it's not going to get interrupted because they're on different rules with trades and stuff. So therefore, the animation stuff from Disney Channel is not going to get affected by the strike. So there's going to be no real slowdown of that. So we're still going to get that. Obviously, the international originals are still going to drop in. So there'll still be things in. They've also got a lot already backed up, stuff that they're still filming from scripts and stuff. So they're probably all right for a while. But yeah, I think they wouldn't be at all surprised if things start getting a little bit lighter. Not necessarily now, but maybe in 3 to 6 months. Though I'm hoping really that when this like Disney 100 kind of kicks in properly, because I don't think officially actually starts until like October, when it is actually the 100th anniversary. So, I mean, they might not do anything. I mean, let's be honest, they've hardly given us any reason to suspect that it might happen, but hopefully it does. But let me know in the comments below, would you like to see more library content or general entertainment on Disney Plus? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Remember to go check us out over at what's on at disneyplus.com. Like, follow and subscribe, and I shall see you guys soon. Laters.